in this question, it's given that p is not equal to 0 and p minus 1 minus p square by p is equal to r by p, and we need to find the value of r in terms of p. So that's the question. And look at the answer options. So these are the 5 answer options. Now you can see that the question stem is in terms of variables and the answer options is in terms of variables, right? So it's a variable to variable question. So the best way to solve it is just assume a value for p, right? And if you do that, you will get a value for r, and then check the answer options and eliminate the wrong options. So let's take the value of p as 1. Now, if p is equal to 1, let's put it over here. We get 1 minus 1 minus 1 by 1, right? So 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 0 by 1 is equal to r by 1, right? So this is 1 itself. So r is equal to 1 when p is equal to 1. Now we are getting the value of r. These options are representing the value of r, right? So let's substitute. If we put p is equal to 1 over here, we get 1 plus 1, which is 2. But over here r is 1. So we are able to eliminate this. This is definitely not correct. Now 2p minus 1 is 2 into 1 minus 1, which is 1. So let's hold it. Remember, we are not selecting the correct one. We are eliminating the wrong options. Now in option C, we get p square plus 1, which is 1 plus 1, which is 2. Again, 2 is not equal to 1. So we can eliminate option C. And over here, we get 2 minus 1, that's 1. And p square plus p minus 1, that's 1 plus 1 minus 1, which is again 1. So we are not able to eliminate B, D and E. We can only eliminate A and C when we put the value of p as 1. So what do? We assume another value of p. Let's take p as 2. When p is equal to 2, this expression over here becomes 2 minus 3 by 2, right? 2, then 1 minus 4, that's minus 3, and then by p, which is 2, right? So 2 minus 3 by 2, or 2 plus 3 by 2, which is 7 by 2, and that is r by p, and p is 2, right? Which is r by 2. So r in this case is equal to 7. Now let's look at the options. 2p minus 1 gives 4 minus 1, which is 3. So that's not equal to 7. So we are able to eliminate option B. Now what about option D? 2 into p square, which is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. So let's hold D. What about option E? P square is 2 square, which is 4. P is 2. So 4 plus 2 minus 1, which is 5, right? So we are able to eliminate option E also. And we are just left with option D, which is the correct answer to this question. Now, let me also show how you could solve this using variables, right? Just for understanding. But remember, the best way is to assume values and eliminate the wrong options. Now over here, I'm writing p as p square by p, right? So this is the same as p. So I'm doing this so that this p by 1 becomes a fraction with p as the denominator. So I can club the numerator together. So when I do this, I get p square minus 1 plus p square by p is equal to r by p. Now it's given that p is not equal to 0. All right, so I can eliminate these two p's, right? So I'm cancelling it out, and I get p square minus 1 plus p square is equal to r, or I get 2p square minus 1 is equal to r, and that is answer option D itself. R is equal to 2p square minus 1, which is D itself. Again, in this case, it was easy, but in some questions, this will be time consuming and difficult. So the best way for variable to variable questions is to assume values and eliminate the wrong options. Now let's look at what is being tested over here. You can either think of it in terms of simplification, or the best way is assume values and eliminate the wrong options. Now do subscribe to my channel to get notified when I release the next video. Check out the description to know more about my other GMAT programs, and all the best in your preparation.